What's up, Mosey? What's up, Mosey? I know.
Before Lil Mosey dropped tracks like Noticed, Boof Pack, and Pull Up.
The first thing that popped in my head was Pull Up and What the Vlog. So I was like, ooh, okay, and I ran with it.
Before touring with the likes of Juice WRLD, Smokey Margila, and Smoke Perp, and would share the stage with Lil Xan.
Where Lil Mosey at? What's up, bro?
Before Lil Mosey would sign with Interscope and blow up on Soundcloud and Instagram with hundreds of thousands of followers at the time of this recording.
If it don't benefit you, you say get out my way, but I'ma get it anyway.
These rappers, they keep on getting younger and younger. And at only 16, with Lil Mosey, he's proven to be an artist to keep an eye on and another super talented rap prodigy who got his start working with basic equipment while posting his work on his SoundCloud. Now success, it wouldn't come without its hardships, with him losing a close friend and collaborator, well, just recently. Now if you're watching this, buddy, I'm sorry for your loss. Now Lil Mosey, he's still pretty new to the game, and the information on him is far and few between. Nevertheless, we've pulled up some decent info to piece this one together. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Lil Mosey, part of Fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now we gotta thank our friends over at Candy Pens for sponsoring this video, and Lil Mosey has actually been one of the most requested videos in recent weeks. You guys are hitting me up in the comment section with thousands and thousands of requests, also on Instagram and Twitter. Keep them coming in. Let us know who's next. I'll see you guys now after the intro. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Right now, I'm just coming up, but within like the next couple of years, I see myself at the top.
Lil Mosey was born on January 25th, 2002 in Seattle, Washington. Now trying to track down his birth name was a little tricky. The information isn't exactly publicly listed or even stated. Now we did, however, find this photo of him on a random blog site titled Bulldog Brief, and it listed a few different boys' names. And one of them, well, it was Lathan Eccles. We were actually able to find Lil Mosey's old Facebook page under the name Band Kid Mosey, but the URL, it read Lathan Eccles. Then we went to one of the friends who posted a photo of Lathan, and he asked, what the fuck is Lathan wearing? So I think we found our man.
Michael did some digging.
He grew up in the north side of Seattle in the city of Mountain Lake Terrace, Washington, with a population of just 20K. Now he would later link up with people in the South when he started making music in 2016. But despite his strong Seattle roots, he doesn't really have a lot of love for the city. He once stated, "I'm really the only N-word making it out there, but other than that, there's nothing going on in Seattle." Now he did express his love for weed, and then, well, he also shared this via Instagram. "I only F with a couple heads in Seattle and the softened all my N-words in the north. If y'all don't know about us, you will for surely." Huh? That was a really hard quote for me to read. Now I'm guessing the guy being from Seattle, speaking like this, he's probably not a Macklemore fan. And he would later, well, he would clear the air stating this: "What I really meant to say is that I'm the only new wave artist to really break out of Seattle. There's a lot of hidden talent. There's a lot of new wave artists that haven't been recognized by the world yet. I'm trying to put on for my city. I'm trying to do what Drake did for Toronto." Anyway, Mosey, well, he was raised primarily by his mother. Also, well, he's got a few older brothers. Now the details on Mosey's life prior to fame, well, they're still pretty sketchy. And with young rappers, well, there's always misinformation out there. For example, in an interview, professional gamer Sinatra, well, he mentioned being a big fan of Lil Mosey, and he claimed the rapper went to his rival high school, Shorecrest High. Now on the other hand, Wikipedia, well, they currently claim that he went to Mountain Lake Terrace High School. Now there is a picture of Mosey in a Mountain Lake Terrace Hawks football jersey, but I think that's actually him in elementary school. He looks pretty young. Now there's also a Mountain Lake Terrace Elementary School, and their mascot, turns out, well, it's also the Hawks. Why the hell does everyone gotta make my life so difficult? Then, well, on that old Facebook account, he cites Mountain Lake as his high school, so I'm gonna go with that. Now either way, the kid, he didn't spend too much time at school. As the SoundCloud numbers grew, well, he attended high school less and less, and then he dropped out completely way back in 2017. But what got him into hip-hop in the first place? Well, apparently, it was all thanks to his older brother stealing his iPod for 3 days. When Mosey got it back, well, it was loaded up with the Meek Mill album, Dreams and Nightmares. Now, Meek would not just be the first rapper he would ever listen to, but also the inspiration to become a rapper himself.
I look up to Meek Mill. He had a dream, he chased it. So I had a dream, I chased it. And he's to the bands now. I seen him like with stacks. So I'm trying to be like that.
Despite his love for Meek Mill, you might have noticed that Lil Mosey, he doesn't exactly sound like him. And he described his sound to Billboard as this: "My sound is more like the new era, melodic rapping. It's hard to explain. You can maybe compare it to some others, like how it sounds, but not how good it is. It doesn't sound like anybody." In his interview with XXL with Lil Mosey, he did come up with someone he feels that he's similar to. He stated, "Music-wise, they'd be comparing me to Drake." Drake like or not, Mosey says that his mom, she wasn't a big fan of him pursuing music in the early days. She wanted him to focus on practical things like school and pursue the rap career, well, a little later on. But obviously, mom's advice, it was put on the back burner. Now, like many from his generation, he started recording his raps with a simple homemade setup. He actually put his first tracks together with GarageBand. Then after linking up with a producer, Royce David, well, he was able to get some free time in a professional studio, and this is where he recorded his more polished tracks, including Pull Up. Now at the time of this recording, Pull Up has clocked in 13 million streams on Soundcloud and another 15 million views over on YouTube. Now in the early Seattle days, Mosey, he didn't just record tracks, he also performed live. Although back in those days, he wasn't getting paid big bucks for his concerts. In fact, he actually had to pay to get stage time, an investment which quickly paid off. Now, one positive early experience was performing at Coast to Coast Live in November of 2016. In the nationwide star search, well, Lil Mosey, he took home 4th place. One of the first people to embrace Lil Mosey's music was his buddy Kari Cash, and they would hang out. They performed together and were both members of band Kids. On top of that, Lil Mosey identified him as one of the people who really took him under his wing. He stated, "My boy Kari Cash taught me a lot of stuff too. He's from Seattle. He's told me a lot of stuff that he's seen and that other people have done, things that I shouldn't." Apparently Kari was given some pretty good advice, because Mosey, he saw success very quickly. He knew he was onto something when his SoundCloud was starting to hit big numbers. And the song that really did it is the oldest still available on the channel, Off-White. And Mosey said of the track, "That was my first one and it started at like 50K before Pull Up. People didn't know who I was, but they still knew my sound. I was just dropping on SoundCloud and made a video for Pull Up, and now I'm here." Of course, Lil Mosey didn't go straight from Off-White to Pull Up. He put in the work, building a catalog of tracks including So Bad, Skirt Off Freestyle, Too Paid, Been On, Lame Shit, and another 7 songs he included on his 2017 mixtape, North's Best. Now, by the way, that mixtape, it should not be confused with his yet-to-be-released debut studio album, which, well, will have the same title. But it was with his track Pull Up that drew the world's attention to Lil Mosey. The music video was dropped on Elevator on December 7th of 2017, and when asked how he got the song on the site, Lil Mosey explained that it was basically, well, a matter of just pushing for what he wanted. He told Complex, "I just kept sending it into the website, the Twitter, the owner's Twitter, and then the owner, Brian Zawlaki, he sent it in the messages, and he was just saying he wanted to drop it." Lil Mosey moved to LA in March of 2018, and that's when he says he started to make some money for the first time ever. Now that the kid had a few bucks in his pocket, and he was rubbing shoulders with others on the come up, well, the world was his oyster. Now, speaking about this, it reminds me of my recent trip to LA. And, well, I tell you more about it, but it looks like it's getting a little smoky in here. You've all heard of candy pens, right? Well, if the name doesn't ring a bell, I got a feeling you've seen them before. Candy Pens was named Best Vaporizer of 2018 by High Times due to its combination of popular technology and flashy design. And Candy Pens, well, they've quickly become the go-to choice for vaping in the hip-hop and rap community. They've got co-signs from DJ Khaled, Fatboy SSE, Young M.A., Amber Rose, and A$AP Rocky. In fact, A$AP, he's got his own line called the Flacco Jody Collection. And Amber Rose, well, she's got billboards all over Los Angeles promoting her signature line. Now, Candy Pens, they are for those 18 years and older, and well, seeing as I fit the bill, they've made me their official YouTube ambassador. They've also given me the ability to give you 25% off your entire order during checkout. Now, there is a link down below. Use the promo code BTWF25 and enjoy all this magic. I was crushing these in LA, like at the Hollywood sign. If you're following me over on Instagram, well, you would have seen all this madness. And deliciousness. It's really good. Sure enough, it was on March 14, 2018 that his next big music video, Booth Pack, well, it would drop via World Star, and it would garner a good 8 million views. Lil Mosey would then embark on his first tour with another young artist, Smokey Margila. Now during that tour, he signed to Interscope. He would go on to appear on Smoke Perp's Outbreak Tour before becoming an opener on Juice WRLD's World Domination Tour. He also performed at Rolling Loud in Miami and at the World Star Show at South by Southwest. But around the same time, Lil Mosey, he would also experience a serious tragedy. Carrie Cash? Well, he passed away on May 6, 2018. In one interview, Mosey, he claimed that the culprit was sleep apnea, but other sources, they seem to suggest that it might have been a drug overdose.
Woke up dead off drugs. Overdose. Ain't no f***ing joke.
That's a really scary clip. Now, despite the loss of his close friend, Lil Mosey, he would continue to push forward. His latest single, Noticed, it would rack up over 7 million views on SoundCloud in just 1 month. With the Cole Bennett directed music video hitting nearly 22 million views over on the Lyrical Lemonade YouTube channel, well, the kid is certainly gaining major traction, and he's only 16 years old. God damn it, I'm actually double his age. As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see because this is Before They're Famous. My name's Michael Cred, thanks for checking out this video. Thanks again to Candy Pens. Be sure to let us know who's next in the comments down below, and likely we'll update this video as more information becomes public. And we can really confirm his name. Although, I feel like we did a pretty good job. Yeah, not bad.